Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Taria Vision Avant, and look, I wanted to drop this video real quick because I had something that just fell on my spirit, honey. It fell on my spirit. It actually fell on my spirit yesterday, and I wanted to have this conversation with y'all yesterday, but honey, it was too dark in the car, and I was like, you know what? Let me just wait till I get to the house and I get a little bit of time, and I'm gonna drop this video for y'all for the next few minutes and talk about something that I think is very important. And I'm gonna title this, I'm not in competition with you, sis. Okay. If you don't know by now, I have an organization called Urban CEO Network. It is a nonprofit organization, 501c3. Hello. And we are a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to empower, inspire, and educate individuals who come from the urban community. And urban stands for unapologetic, real, bold, action-oriented, non-conforming. However, this is the problem. Let's get real urban real quick. This is the problem with the urban community that I have come to find. We always think we're in competition with each other. And, I was talking to somebody, it might have been Elam, one of our board members. I think I was talking to Elam the other day, and we were talking about how, I think it was Elam. I've been having a lot of conversations with folks. Thanks to everybody who be calling me and stuff. Hey. But we were talking about, oh, my nose is itching. How our community, we've been taught to compete at a very young age. And, even to the point where I've even caught myself in positions where I will say stuff like, when you give kids honorable mention or whatever, or everybody gets an award because everybody participated. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit. It's a first place, it's a second place, and it's a third place. Like, we need to stop rewarding kids for, not winning. And if you think about it, in a way, that creates a mindset that if I'm not winning, I'm losing. It creates a mindset that says, I have to be number one, and I'm going to do all that I need to do to be able to be number one. If that means that I'm going to purposefully not share information with you so that I can be number one. I'm going to tell you, I've referred a lot of business to people, and those folks, look, not that I'm ever looking for anything back, because one thing I've come to learn is that where you sow your seed is not where the harvest reaps, or not where the harvest shall grow. It always grows in a different location. But even with that said, like, if I'm bringing you business, like, how can we work out a situation? However, even with that kind of a mindset, you should never give anybody business with the intent that you're going to receive something. And so that's why I've learned, to just pay attention to who actually shows gratitude or grace when I do that, and I have to make a conscious decision if I'm going to continue to forward that person some, customers, clients, or whatever it may be. And in some situations, I continuously do it because I know that being able to bring them or bring that person to that person could potentially lead in an opportunity for me with the person that I introduced, not the person I introduced them to. Does that make sense? So anyways, back to what I was saying. We're taught at a very young age that we must compete against each other in order to win, that we must do whatever is necessary. I even think about situations like as a young child, like if you ever got into a fight, right? And you came home and you told your mom or your dad, in the urban community that is, and the first question they ask you is who won? Who won the fight? And if you didn't win the fight, I don't know about what neighborhood or what family you grew up in, but if you didn't win the fight, what were you taught to do? You better go back and win that fight. And you got to do what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? And so we're taught this at a very young age. But let me tell you something, y'all. If we learned more about community, if we learned that we need to work together more, that we could work together more and build more money, build more success within our community, imagine where we would be. See, there's other communities right now, they look at us and they laugh because we're so quick within our community to not spend and spend money elsewhere. We're so quick to tear down our community. That's why I don't like to do that, buy from these people. This, I can't, you can't. Guys, let me tell you something. Whatever it is that you go on with the attention of, if you think that service is going to be bad, guess what? You will always reap that of what you always put your mind into. And so if you're constantly, looking for the bad stuff, you'll always get what it is you're looking for. And I'm going to tell you this, I've been in several establishments from all different nationalities, all different types of cultures, and every single one of them had some stuff that was wrong with it, okay? It's just we choose to highlight within our own community more than anybody else. Guys, we've got to start learning about community. We've got to start learning how to work together. I'm telling you this. We got to stop trying to compete. Look, ain't no winners in this because there's billions of people in the world and we all can get a small percentage of the pie and become multi-millionaires. We could all, I was looking at what was taking place in Washington, D.C., talking about the gentrification. We wouldn't have to worry about gentrification if we were able to spend our own dollars within our own communities. Does that make sense? Imagine. Now, I know I'm going to have a lot of comments, a lot of opinions, and things like that because everybody's opinionated but don't do shit. I get so tired of opinions without action. So, if you got opinions, that's cool. Hello, how you doing? I love you. I love the opinions, right? Don't mean I got to agree with you, right? But what I do believe, guys, is that if we learn how to do more within our community, we don't have to worry about people taking away our neighborhoods. We spend in our community. We invest in our community. We invest in our people. Urban CEO, that's what it's all about, guys. It's all about coming from the urban community and learning how to have success within your community, investing back in your community. So I'm not just talking about it. I'm not just one of those people that like to opinionate. And we've got a slew of people, guys, that are also running with us. And so I just had, that just fell on my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk about it. Make sure you bring some awareness because this is the thing. If you don't know, you don't know. But to remain in a position of not knowing, that's the choice that we are all making a decision, and we cannot be able decision to do, and we cannot continue to do that. We cannot continue to do that if we plan to be able to be here years and years and years down the line. Guys, it may not necessarily affect us. It may not even affect your children, but it's going to affect your children's children if we don't learn how to build community within the urban community. All right? So anyways, I hope y'all like this video. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't registered for the Urban CEO Summit, make sure y'all do. Urban CEO Summit here in Houston, Texas, June 23rd. Actually, we're doing a mixer the night before. I'm going to be making that announcement very soon, and it's free. But June the 23rd, so 22nd and the 23rd. And yes, we have people flying in from all over the United States. So even if you don't live in Houston, this is a perfect reason, baby, to get on a flight. And it's cheap to fly to Houston. So come on out here to Houston, register by going to Urban CEO Summit, or just make sure that you follow us. Okay, go to the Instagram, urbanceonetwork.com, and I'm gonna holla at y'all, all right?